I need to do two things. I need to wash that car. I need to check it over. And I need to put a water pump on this. But since it's kind of rainy, I don't know, maybe I'll do the water pump. Alright, since Mrs. Heavy Chevy decided to join me about lunchtime, but she's eating a Pop-Tart, I don't know what to make of that. Does that mean she gets us up late? Or does she really like Pop-Tarts? Anyway, she's volunteered to wash the car since it stopped raining. And put some air in the tires because these stupid wheels leak a little bit all the time. And I think all it needs is clean it up. Check the fluids and I think it's good to go. I think. I don't have no tunes. The radio quit working, but...
What's up with that?
I don't know. It's an old radio from the 80s. I'll just hum something. I'll hum a few bars of some...
That ought to be exciting.
Star Spangled Banner or something. Alright, now Mama, I pumped the tires up because it took her a long time to eat her Pop-Tart. But Mama did fire up the vacuum cleaner and suck the leaves out from up in here. And she's going to go move her car and then I'll crank this baby up. If it'll run and drive it down there where she can wash it. And while she's doing that, I'm going to change the water pump on this truck, which will also give me a good time. I just removed this piece. It'll give me a good chance to get the wires run through here for the headlights and turn signals, which I need to do. And I'm also gonna extend this piece out correctly instead of having that in there. You know, that's kind of butch, kind of nasty, not cool.
Well, you got the little camera ones on.
Okay. Check out her t-shirt. Support your local hack. You can get them at MrHeavyChevy.com and you can look as good as her. Maybe. Alright, let's see. She's moved her car out the way, so I'm going to see if this thing will run. And, you know, it's a cold start. Let's just see how cold it is. 70. Yeah, Carolina cold start. Somebody said their OCD couldn't let them handle that. So there, I'll straighten it for you. Is that better? Alright, let's see if this junk will run. There it goes. Let her warm up a moment and then we'll move it. The Pioneer quit pioneering. Look at that, it just started working. It went and started working. I better not turn it off. The problem is the switch. Alright, there's no giant puddles under it where it's been parked. Some from something else. Anyways, let me get back after what I was doing. And what I was doing was being sidetracked on how I wanted to run my wires through the inner fenders for the headlights. The dog's chasing the water hose out there. I know I said I was going to work on the water pump, but first I gotta run these wires through here. It's just driving me crazy, so I'm going to do that. And then I'll work on the water pump, I think. Alright, here's what I did. Did. I used that and drilled a 1-inch hole. And then, see that? And then I put a grommet in it. Isn't there a cartoon something about that? Chickens and grommet or something? Anyways, that's what the grommet looks like. So that when my wires pass through, they won't become chafed and shorted out. Seems like a good idea to me. You know, it occurs to me, maybe I ought to make a little diagram about how this belt goes. Because sometimes, you know, if you ain't been to college and ain't too bright, you'll forget how the serpentine belly goes. You know, they call it serpentine for a reason. There now, if I don't lose my sign, my piece of cardboard, I'll be okay. I'll be okay, man. Alright, let me get after it. What's that?
She ain't gonna do it now.
You about can't wash the car with that dog. Should chase the water hose. Chase the water droplets. Let me show you a little trick I just did to get these bolts loose on the pulley, since I didn't have enough sense to do it while the belt was on still. Just took an old serpentine belt, twisted up in a pry bar, lodged it right there. Comes right out. Might come in handy if you need to take off an oil filter or something like that. You ain't got the right stuff, you know. You don't even know what I was talking about, do you? But it sounded good.
Sounded good.
I suppose you want me to drive the car back up here so you can finish cleaning it real good.
Well, I thought it would dry off a little bit before you did that, since the shop floor ain't very clean.
What do you mean it ain't very clean?
It's not very clean.
Spent half my time walking around looking for what I'd done with the camera. Alright. Dang, don't scratch your paint, Mr. Heavy Chevy. Alright, I got the old water pump off and got everything cleaned up pretty good. I don't like to gouge on the aluminum with them Ziz wheels, because I'm afraid the aluminum will go away too quick and make a leak. So, what do I do with the water pump? Let me figure out where the water pump is and then I'll put it on. Oh, there it is. It's not focusing. Focus. There's the water pump. Look at there, it was just smoking the tires trying to get up over on the lift hump. The old girl cleans up pretty good yet. I was talking about the car. Maybe I ought to buff it. It's getting kind of...
Sun faded.
Yeah, I wouldn't take long to do it. It ain't bad. Maybe I'll do it after I get the water pump in. Ain't that a pretty car? There, we got the water pump in place, the pulley on. I still got some other stuff to do, but I'm gonna keep after it. Alright, those of you with a sharp eye will notice that my diagram didn't do me any good because I made it wrong. But that's alright, I figured it out. I guess I didn't need college after all. Alright. Now some of you, if you watch my videos, all of them, remember I cut that and pie cut it a bunch of times and welded it. But this was too short really, and I had a piece of pipe in there, and that's pretty janky, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it one more time and weld this in there. I don't really want to use that pipe because it's galvanized, but what can I do? I ain't got no more. Alright, I hate to do this, but I do not want to weld galvanized. Don't weld it. Smells up the shop and all that mess. So, that's a good place for it, right in the trash can. I'm going to use this. This pipe's slightly larger, but that's alright. I'm going to do that instead. Alright, I got it tacked together there, but I got to go in and eat a sandwich because I'm hungry. I'll come back and finish welding it up and show you how it turned out. Alright, I just came back from eating a ham sandwich, and then I welded this up with my oxygen acetylene torch right there and some rebar tie wire, and I think it's going to be okay. I'm even going to give it a coat of paint this time because, well, I just should. Alright, now I'm ready to put my paint back in. Got new hose, everything. Ain't that nice? Just gotta hook that up. You know what this means, don't you? This means I can fill it up with coolant and let it run. And you know what that means, don't you? I could clean it off and back it out the shop, probably. I might consider that. Well, I gotta make sure we gotta get them wires off the exhaust manifold, but other than that, I think it's good. Look out there, we finally got them chickens laying some eggs. Now you can cook me an omelet in the morning. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, in our case, the chicken, but...
That's a good answer. Alright, I've put coolant in this thing and I'm so excited about it that I think I'm going to clean it off and maybe see if it'll back out.
He's gonna clean it off.
And back it out under its own power. It hasn't done that in years. But first, I got to show Mrs. Heavy Chevy how to do a little buffing on the car.
Oh, on the car or the wheels?
On the car. On the
Oh,
paint.
you want me to do the buffing on the paint?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just use the dual action buffer so you can't hurt nothing. Does make a difference. Buff, not buff. You can't hurt nothing with that thing, so I'd turn up the speed now a little bit. Just play with it. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to clean it off and see if it'll back out under its own power. But I might have to finish up the 66 first, come to think of it, because it's right behind the door there yonder. See it there? With the hood up. Oh well, we'll get it. So you got a method to this madness?
I do, indeed. Big ones are in here, small ones are in here.
Alright, well, we're going to also get this thing cleaned off so we can fire it up if it ain't out of fuel. That's the plan. And make it move under its own power a little bit. I'll tell you another little something I learned today. Well, blowing an air horn in your ear might cheer your wife right up. Excuse me, I got to sneeze.
Waxing a car is not.
Waxing a car negates any points you gain. But it needs it. I mean, it's looking pretty good. You know, one guy commented on my $100 paint job video that you could plant corn in the orange peel on the hood. Ain't that bad.
Well, if he can do better.
He probably can. I'm sure he's expert. Usually when people make comments on YouTube, that means they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And they're experts and they got a lot of videos to prove it.
Yeah. So,
And I'm sure this guy does too. I don't know. I didn't look, but I don't know. Alright, that's not the reason we're out here. The reason we're out here is I want to see if this truck will run. Hopefully it ain't out of fuel.
and to make Mrs. Heavy Chevy work.
Oh yeah, make her happy.
Happy?
Yeah. Or work. Whichever comes first.
Work.
Oh, I gotta
It
hook the
ain't
battery
about
up.
making
Once
me
again.
happy.
Once again, you gotta hook the battery up. This is a lesson you'll learn.
Waters?
Yeah, who's in charge of getting waters?
Who's in charge of letting me know we need waters?
Who has a full-time job?
Just tell me. Hey, we need waters.
Who
in
gets
the
to
house.
sit at home on the couch all day? Eating bonbons.
I ain't never had a bonbon in my life.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Look at that. The glow
I guess
plugs are
you're
still
right.
on.
The hood does shine a little bit more. You were right, Mr. Heavy Chef.
Of course I was. Come on, girl. I'm starting to think this thing is out of fuel. I'm gonna put the boost on. This thing always cranked right up before I believe it's out of fuel. Well, I'm messing with it and it cranked right up off the camera. So anyway, we're gonna let it warm up a little bit. Hey, come here and watch this. It's charging even. Woohoo! Nothing. Now I'd really like to take her on up the road, but I can't go very far because I never did find the steering bracket for the steering column or make another one. Pitiful. And look at this dog. Guess who ain't going in the house without a bath?
This is gonna have to give him one.
Good grief at the pile under that truck, huh? Look, there's tools. My battery terminal thing. Soapstone, bolts, wrenches. Hey, there's them ding-dingers for my air cleaner. Hose clamps.
Waxed your beauty queen. I have buffed it, I have waxed it, I've washed it, I have waxed it, I have buffed it, I have vacuumed it, I have babied your girl.
And that's why I'm going to allow you to spend the evening with me.
Oh, wonderful. And maybe even ride in it.
Yeah, sometime later on. Don't get all excited. I'm pretty excited. That truck ran. And I drove it. I can't steer it very good because I don't have a mount on the bottom of the steering column. It flops around on the used joint, but it can steer it a little bit. The brakes work. The clutch works. I forgot how much antifreeze that thing holds. I put 3 gallons in it the other day, but it had a big old air bubble in it, and I put 3 more. So, pretty good sized cooling system, even with a downsized radiator. Just listen to it. It's smoothing out a little bit. Cool. Warm. Nowhere near to the thermostat needing to open yet. Oh yeah. of trying to let it get up to temp, but I don't think that's going to happen. Just sitting here. I don't know, it might take it a little while. I'd like to see if I make sure my radiator's plumb cold though. Make sure my fan and all is working like it's supposed to. Uh-oh, what'd I do? I must have wiggled a wire. Alright, this is the first time the boy's getting to drive the truck. Pushing the clutch. Push it in. Put it in reverse. All the way over. He's awful tentative. Alright, ease the clutch out. Clutch in. Out. Let the clutch out. Clutch in. Hit the brake. Now put it in first gear. Up. Clutch out. Clutch in. Brake. Clutch out. Clutch in. Brake. He's trying to power brake it just then. Alright. That's good. Before we run into the garage or something like that. Alright, good job, son. Ain't warming up very quick. Go ahead. Let it idle. I guess you can't hear me. Hey, let it idle. I don't know, maybe it needs new injectors, but it seems like whenever it was running all the time, it would miss for a little bit and smooth out, but probably needs new injectors. I might as well do it. They're expensive though. Maybe I need a sponsor. Rev her up one more time. Man, I like it. I like it. I like it. Fan's blowing. Ain't very hot yet though, that's for sure. I kept hearing some weird noise that was worrying me, and it was that. Just wobbling in there. Which don't go anywhere, but it was there. Alright, I'm gonna pull it in now. Shut her down. She's in. That's pretty exciting. Look who's coming to ring the bell. Alright, don't forget to go to MrHeavyChevy.com where you can buy stuff, cool stuff that helps us pay for cool stuff like this so that y'all can watch it. Really, it's a total loss. We don't make any money at all, but you can still buy stuff.